List comprehensions is a very famous concept in Python programming, which is the shortcut way of doing iteration concepts, which are for loop and while loop, based on a data type. For example, let me give you an example from my built-in. Just so now, if I ask you, when I asked you to write print elements from 1 to 10, how was the loop looking like for I in range of 1 comma 11, and then you are printing I in it, right? This is how you printed from 1 to 10. In the same way, I don't want output to be looking like this, but I want all of these outputs as elements of my list. It means all these inputs, which are 1 to 10, all of these has to go as a, if any loop is, yeah, it has to go as a list element. So I am expecting output like this, like this. So what happens? How do I put these elements in one list is multiple ways of doing it is imagine you define a variable called a, which is an empty list right now. So for each iteration output, I would like to put it in this list. Okay, so that is exactly where I will use a dot append of I. It means every iteration there will be one output for I in the loops, right? So each time one element gets appended to this list. Finally, when I print A after all this loop execution, it means here, if I print A, it should have output like this. Let's see. See. So what did we just do? We defined an empty list and then we tried feeding one element at a time, one element at a time. So if you want to see that happening, you can write print A here and see how it goes step by step. See, first iteration, it was empty. Next, it appended 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 till it's 10. After it's 10, it stopped executing and it gave you the final output. So these are the things that you need to write in Python to get these kind of outputs. In order to make shortcuts for this, you have list comprehension concept. This is a very good savior when it comes to electrical concepts also. What you can do is just a syntax. It means the way you write becomes changing, but concept remains same. I for I in range of 1 comma 11. What I just did is I copied the same line and pasted it here inside a bracket because it's a list, and I is a each iterative variable. So once I run this, it will give me same example. Okay, so there will be situations where you don't want to write these many lines in Python, but instead you can just write this line. This is the advantage of using Python. You can either follow this or you can either follow this. It's totally up to you. The lesser the syntax, the easier that you can learn, right? But what I suggest you is please understand the logic behind this whenever you're writing. Then it becomes easy for you to adopt and apply it in the real times. So this is just an example for list comprehension. All right.